there's no point at all, in dreaming small.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on social media, do check out my channel on YouTube. I post videos on Monday afternoons and Thursday afternoons, so you know when to kind of check out my videos. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post. So today I'm going to talk a bit about my experience of self-employment, my journey, the work I do, how I got to this point. Because it's been quite a requested video by a lot of people. People want to know how I got into self-employment, how I manage things, how I've worked things, earnings and so on and so forth. So, you know, I wanted to share some of my journey. This is part of a series that I'm doing on self-employment, especially for disabled people and chronically ill people, because I recognise that's a very big need. But it's applicable to everyone, to be honest, because anyone that wants to look into self-employment can learn a lot from my experiences. So, my self-employment journey. Now, I have to take you back a little bit. When I was 17, I left education and I started receiving income support, so employment and support allowance or ESA, and carry on with my disability benefits, my personal independence payment, but it was disability living allowance at the time. So ESA was supplementing the income that I didn't have because I couldn't work. I never had any kind of hopes of getting into paid employment. I suppose I hoped I would, but never had any visions of it being possible, never happening, never thought it would ever be something that would be part of my life. And really up until I started being self-employed, I never considered it. In 2011, I did my end of life plan that got me started in my voluntary work. 2013 was when my voluntary work really kicked into gear. And in the years since 2013 especially, my work year on year has grown and grown and grown. And 2018, 2019, I was getting offers of more and more paid work, paid speaking engagements, consultancy, short projects. And it was great because why not get paid? But the problem was with employment and support allowance, you are limited to how much you can earn. And the problem for me was sometimes I would earn over the limit of employment and support allowance by doing this work. But the problem was I couldn't manage without ESA because it wasn't regular income that I could manage without any benefit. So I was caught in this catch-22, whereas do I accept the work and risk being, taken off my benefits and then struggling financially, or do I turn down the paid work but then I'm not achieving the goal I want to do the paid work and I'm turning down work? And it seemed like a silly conundrum to be in. And in 2019, I was offered to do the admin, comms, marketing, grants and fundraising and a few other jobs for a charity called Festival Spirit. Festival Spirit take disabled and life-limited young people and adults to festivals by providing what is basically a hospital in a tent. And they took us to WOMAD Festival in Malmesbury in 2018 and 2019 and gave us a fantastic experience. And their admin person left just before we went to WOMAD in 2019, and one of the nurses from the hospice that we go with Festival Spirit, the nurse, Philippa, suggested to the Festival Spirit trustees that they ask me to do their admin and comms and marketing and so on, because as she said, Lucy does it for free for loads of people, so why don't you pay her to do it? And they offered me the job and I said yes. And that meant it's not guaranteed income, but it's regular hours, between kind of 6 hours and 15 hours a week, really. So I'd have enough income to survive on that alone, plus whatever else I earn in other jobs, other work, other clients. So it was perfect. I now had enough regular income to come off benefits, to accept all this paid work. And in October 2019, I received my last payment of employment and support allowance and I started my self-employment. And since then, work has been amazing. It really has. I'm not going to share how much I've earned because it's a bit of a difficult one. I will do a reflection video perhaps at the end of the year about how my earnings are and what the different earning types were. But let's just say I'm earning enough. For the first couple of months I was a bit iffy around, just stumbling blocks initially and finding your feet. But since January I've been able to get more stable income, got a lot more clients, got a lot more work, and it's working out quite well. I'm earning quite well, I'm enjoying my work. I have my Festival Spirit work. I then work with Rise. They're a disability conference organiser, so I do their social media and digital marketing along with someone else, so I work for them. I've then got my personal health budget and care package brokerage clients, so I work one-on-one with clients paid by CCGs or out of care packages to support them through the process of getting a personal health budget, the information, the care and support planning, building the package, sourcing the different factions of that package, building it, sign off, planning for recruitment and so on and so forth. I support them through that process. I then also support people with care packages that are failing, need changing, need increasing. I work with them and the CCG or local authority to iron out the issues and rebuild the package. A lot of the clients, I've got about 6 clients permanently at the moment, and then I've got loads more people interested in possibly using my services. I've then got my independent advocacy, so I do some independent advocacy work for people, disabled people, especially those that don't fit the statutory advocacy bracket, so like myself, because we don't have a mental health need, we don't have a learning disability, we're not making an NHS complaint, and especially if you're on continuing healthcare, because the Care Act advocacy doesn't apply to you. So I tend to support people with continuing healthcare, complex health needs, life-limiting conditions, who typically don't fall under the brackets of statutory advocacy. I then do comms and marketing for other organisations. I have my paid speaking engagements, consultancy, healthcare professional training. I've got some online courses I'm building at the moment. I have other work that I do, so sitting on committees where I might get a reward and recognition fee. So it's not a job, but it's still income coming in. And anything else that comes my way, group facilitation, anything really that I can do to help people that is within my gift and within my skills. So I do a lot of different things. I like the variety. As you would have heard in my last self-employment video, part of self-employment, the beauty of it is that you can do so many different things. You don't have to pigeonhole yourself into one job. You can do lots of different jobs in lots of different sectors, doing lots of different things. And I love that variety. I love that freedom to do what I want to do and to go with my heart rather than being pigeonholed into a box. As I said, I'm earning quite well. I'm quite stable in my employment and it's working really well for me. The only thing for me is my consultant at the moment would like to admit me, and I haven't got enough of a financial cushion behind me to cope with not getting paid while I'm in hospital. So we've got a bit of an issue there, but you know, hopefully we can get this resolved. I can build up a bit of a cushion. I've got some big speeches coming up and some big events that I'll get paid for, so that will be fantastic. And it's just about continuing to do my work, grow my business, and hopefully do some more things that can increase my passive income. So building some online courses that can go online and be sold and used without me having to do the service, because that's the other thing about self-employment is the business often relies on you. You are the business, so you have to be able to find ways that you can get an income even if you're not perhaps able to work. So there's some kind of income coming in that's a passive income. So you don't have to actively do the work to get the income, like online courses are a good example of that. So it's thinking about other ways of bringing in income. Yes, you can employ other people to work for you as well. So if you're struggling a little bit or you've got too much work, you can train up and employ someone else to take on some of that work for you. But self-employment has been a big step forward for me. I am loving it. I've managed to do so many different things with my work. I have an accountant who do my self-assessment tax return for me, and I just send them all my invoices and ingoings, outgoings, expenses and so on. So that works out really well for me. And and I manage the other admin myself. I have to get insurance. I've just set up a separate bank account for my self-employment work with Barclays. So I've got an income and outgoings purely for the business that's separate from my personal stuff. And I'm just looking forward to the future now, and I hope this video has been interesting. Please check back for the rest of the series on self-employment because I hope you'll find it very interesting. Next time I'm going to do a video all about my business plan and how I've worked out my business, my clients, my competitors, my marketing plan and so on and so forth. The video after that I focus on disability, chronic illness and self-employment, looking at the options and difficulties and how people can get involved. The video after that I look at building your own business plan, and then there'll be future videos as well. So do please check back for this series. It will be in a playlist on my channel homepage. So as each video is added, that playlist will increase. So you'll be able to find it easily. I hope it's been interesting. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to. Also, put your questions below, comments below. Perhaps you've been self-employed, or perhaps you've got a question, or perhaps there's a video you'd like me to film. Put it all in the comments below and I will get back to you, and I'll see you next time.